Alright all, like the title suggested, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to update the BIOS on the Asrock B450M Pro4 motherboard. This came in by a special request by someone within the community, so I'm going to put it out there for them and show them how to get this BIOS updated. It sounds kind of strange to be putting this disclaimer out there at the beginning of one of these videos, but this is a how-to or tutorial on showing you how to do this. If you decide to do this, you mess your motherboard up or your components up, I am not responsible. If you decide to do this, you take on full responsibility on anything that may happen to your hardware while doing this. A few weeks back, Blueberry Pie 157 says, "Hey Dave, do some stuff like the BIOS update and about RGB headers on the Asrock B450M Pro4. He says, "Can you also say what happens when you connect a RGB wire to a 12-volt RGB header on the motherboard, please?" As far as the ARGB and RGB headers, go down here beside your audio port. Your ARGB headers are right here. There's a little gray port, and then your RGB is this little white one. As you can tell with the ARGB header, you have two pins, a blocked off pin, and then another pin. On the 12-volt RGB, you just have 4 pins all the way across. So to be able to do something like that, you would have to literally break off this pin right here to be able to plug that ARGB header into it. Now what would happen if you would break that pin off and do it, I'm not too sure, but I don't think your fans or lighting would enjoy all that extra volt, because you're going from a 5-volt rail to a 12-volt. So I don't think it would make your system very, very happy. And me personally, I really don't feel like messing up almost $100 motherboard just to show you what happens if you do confuse the two. So just be careful when you're doing it. Make sure you're hooking up to the right header on your motherboard when doing so. As far as the updating of this BIOS, I would recommend, if possible, being able to hook up to a UPS, which is an uninterruptible power supply. Because if you lose power during this process, you can and most likely will brick your motherboard, and it will be unrecoverable, and it will not be covered under warranty due to the fact that it is something that you did. And also, when you're doing this, depending on the CPU you're running, make sure you pick the right BIOS that's appropriate for your CPU, which I'll get into that when I do the video. Let me flip you over here and I'll show you how to get this BIOS updated on this motherboard for you. To update this BIOS, I did go ahead and put a flash drive in the computer. We'll go ahead and get that set up. My USB flash drive is drive D. And you can tell there is some stuff already on this flash drive. Now keep this in mind, when you do this, you want it to be empty, or you need to reformat the flash drive to FAT32. So anything that's on this flash drive will be erased. So you come over here, you right click, you go up to format, you want the whole capacity, you want FAT32, and you hit start. And it warns you, formatting all will erase all data on this disk. To format the disk, click OK. To quit, click cancel, and you want to click OK. Format's complete. Alright, now if we go back into our file manager here, you go to drive D, it's empty. If you right click, go down to properties, there we go. As you see right here, file system is F32. Now our flash drive is ready for the new BIOS. Alright, so we'll close out of that. So we're going to use the internet browser here, and we're going to go to that, which I've already did it because I updated my motherboard drivers already. Asrock B450M Pro4, or you can just type it out, Asrock B450M Pro4, and hit enter. And you want to come down and make sure you're on the Asrock website here, which is www.asrock.com. Click this link and it'll take you to this page. Okay, once you get on this page, you'll need to scroll down a little bit here, go down to support, and you'll go to BIOSes. Alright, I don't know what BIOS is on this motherboard. We will see what BIOS it is whenever we get into the BIOS. Depending on which CPU you are running in your system and what one you want to be running in your system, depends on which BIOS you want to go up to in this one. If you read all these notes over here, okay, first thing you need to do is click on this link here. It says AMD all-in-one with VGA drivers. Okay, you want to click on that. You just click on it, you hit open, you hit extract all, Okay, then you come up here and click extract all. Make sure it goes to your download folder. Hit show extracted file when complete. Hit extract. And it should only take a few seconds. When this pops up, you want to double click on this, go down to setup, and double click the setup button. And you want to hit yes, and let this thing run and do its setup. You want to hit the accept and install. It's checking for new drivers. Local drivers, I got 17.12. Recommended drivers is 20.11.2. Optimal drivers is 12.20.12.1. We'll go with the recommended ones. We'll go with the express install. Alright, then it says down here, system restart is recommended in order to complete this installation. So you hit restart, let us do its thing. Alright, it'll take you back to the desktop. You want to go back to your Internet Explorer, or whichever one you're using. I'm using Internet Explorer, and it should pop it right back up to where you was. Alright. Now, depending on which processor you're running, if you're running a 2000 series or a 1000 series processor from AMD, they do not, Asrock does not recommend doing it up to 3.60, depending on which processor you're running. I'm running a 3600, which is a Mastice CPU, so it's alright for me to go all the way up to the newest one. Okay, you look through the notes, you see what all they fixed, you know, the AMD Aegis combo, and then improves Destiny 2 gaming experience, and everything like that, okay? So if you are on a 2000 series or older, you don't want to go up past, you don't want to do the 3.60. You want to stay at 3.5 or below. You don't want to go any higher than that. Go down here and look, and if you got anything that's below this 2.0, it tells you right here that you need to update to 2.0 before you do the 3.10 update. So if you're below the 2.0, depending on when your motherboard was manufactured and what BIOS comes on it, you'll have to update to this 2.0 before you can go any higher. Something else you need to keep in mind, and once you go up to this 3.10, you will not be able to flash previous BIOSes once upgraded to this BIOS version. You will also need to keep that in mind. So if you're running a 2000 series processor or older, I wouldn't recommend doing your BIOS update unless you have a very good reason. If your BIOS is running, if your computer is running good, I would not recommend updating the BIOS, because up here, I mean, you can tell, you know, it even tells you do not recommend updating this BIOS if Pinnacle Ridge, Raven Ridge, or Summit Ridge CPUs is being used on your system, and it will not be able to be flashed back to update once you get up into these higher BIOSes. That is something to keep in mind depending on the processor. Like I said, I'm running the Mastice, which is the 3600. So we're going to go all the way up here at the top. I'm not running the Pinnacle, I'm not running the Raven or the Summit Ridge CPU, so I can do all the way to the top. We're going to download the global. This site, please read the description started on the BIOS download page before updating BIOS. User will not be able to flash previous BIOS once upgrade to this BIOS version. We do not recommend users to update the BIOS if their system is already running normal. Okay, keep that in mind. We're going to open this. Okay, then when you hit the extract all, you want to go to browse. We want to take it down to the D drive and hit select folder, then hit extract. And right there's the file. Okay, we can close this, we can close this, we can close out of this. Close all. Okay, go down here and hit restart. Go down to your Windows, go to Power, go to Restart. And when it's restarting, start tapping your delete key. Alright, here we are. We're in the BIOS now. And as you can see, we are on 4.20. We are running the Ryzen 3600. You go over here to Tools, go down here to Instant Flash, and it automatically reads it. It automatically read it off the USB drive. It's already selected for you. You click on it. It says, do you want to update the UEFI to B450MP4 underscore 4.60, and you hit yes. Do not power off during UEFI update. So you let it do its thing. Alright, there we go. It says programming success. Press enter to reboot the system. Click OK and let it restart. Alright, it put us back on the desktop. So now we're going to go in and check and make sure it actually took it. Go to Windows, go to Power, go to Restart, start typing your delete key. And there you go. The UEFI BIOS version is B450M Pro4 P4.60. So it did take. But let me get reset up here, guys, and I'll come up with a conclusion to the video. Alright, guys, and that's the way you get the BIOS update on the Asrock B450M Pro4 motherboard. And as I showed you in the video, whenever you get to the BIOS download page, make sure you pick the appropriate BIOS for your appropriate CPU. You know, I've always suggested you updating your BIOS to get better performance out of your system. But now with the release of the AMD Ryzen 5000 series processor and these motherboards supporting these processors, it makes it a little bit harder to recommend doing this. And if your system's running fine and it's running like it should be running, I wouldn't be updating your BIOS unless you absolutely have to. Unless you're running into some kind of issues. Because now with the release of 5000 series AMD processors, it makes this a little bit more complicated, a little bit more difficult to get done or know which one you need to go up to depending on the processor you're running. If you go up to too high of BIOS, your system could quit working if you're running a 2000 series processor. And that wouldn't be a good thing because it says in the notes that you can't flash it back to an older version of BIOS. So you definitely need to watch them notes and make sure you're doing it properly from now on. But if that system's running normally, I do not recommend you to be doing your BIOS updates anymore. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If not, the thumbs down button. There's that comment section below. I go through them every weekend here on my live stream, Saturday morning, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. If you really like this kind of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell where you're notified next time I put out a video. I'll go live here on YouTube. And also, if you'd like to, I'm also on Instagram and Twitter. I don't kill your inbox, but I do put up photos and new stuff I have coming in. Kind of give you an idea what's coming up on the channel. If there's any news about my live stream, if I got canceled or changed the time of it, that's where you also get that information. And with all that being said, you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video or live stream.